Now we're going to read Mark chapter 2, verse 1 through 12. Let's read a verse and let's talk about what's going on here. All right. Book of Mark. I got a new Bible. Pray for me. This is like I don't know. I had a gigantic print for my Bible. I preached that New King James Version like last 12 years. Maybe that one, yeah, not beginning, so yeah, last 12 years. Then, so much young people come in, so I'm changing to the King James, the New King James. But the print is like this small. So I cannot walk around and read. I have to set up and put my glasses on. Let's all stand and read the Bible as of God's word. And again he entered Capernaum after some days, and it was heard that he was in the house. Immediately many gathered together, so that there was no longer room to receive them, not even near the door. And he preached the word to them. Then they came to him, bringing the paralytic, who was carried by 4 men. And when they could not come near him because of the crowd, they uncovered the roof where he was. So when they had broken through the roof, they let down the bed on which the paralytic was lying. When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the paralytic, Son, your sins are forgiven you. And some of the scribes were sitting there and reasoned in their heart, why does this man speak blasphemy like this? Who can forgive sins but God alone? But immediately when Jesus perceived in his spirit that they reasoned thus within themselves, he said to them, Why do you reason about these things in your heart? Which is easier to say to the paralytic, Your sins are forgiven you, or to say, Arise, take up your bed and walk. But that you may know the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sin, he said to the paralytic, I say to you, arise, take up your bed, and go to your house. Immediately he arose, took up the bed, went out in the presence of them all. So that all were amazed, and glorified God, saying, We never saw anything like this. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we come to you once again, Lord. We rejoice in your presence and your breath. Be with us as we open the Word. Help us to open our heart, open our eyes, and let us listen to the Word of God. Lord, thank you, people in this building, and thank you for presence in this service. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, have a seat. Thank you. Jesus of Nazareth, all of a sudden he started preaching. It's like a revival all over the place. I came to 1980, came to 56 Arkansas. Come to the Ozark Folk Center, all-time music. I had backpack, guitar in one hand, and altar harp in the other hand. I want to be the hippie, Japanese. And that summer, at the 56 Arkansas, you know where the 56 Arkansas is? Branches Springs, right? Branches Springs and First town come to is 56 Arkansas. They put the 56 Arkansas because there were 56 people in that city. That's what I heard. Anyway, they had a revival. Great revival, summer of 1980, hot and dry. Some of the people put on the Facebook the weather report from the 1980 in June already 100, 100. No rain at all. People died from the heat. And that summer, 56 Arkansas, they had a revival. Church full of people. No air conditioning, box fan on the window, blowing hot air. But people were rejoicing. I don't know what the word preacher's preaching, but the people were shouting. I myself, my goodness, what is going on? It is the same thing right here. Jesus came to this house and started preaching, and many people gathered. Many people want to hear Jesus Christ. And the house was filled, and not even near the door, people were all over the place. And Jesus kept on preaching. And there was a paralytic man. Never walked, never took a step, stayed in bed. And the poor man, thank God, this best friend of him, carried man to Jesus Christ. But too many people were there, cannot get through. Then amazing things happen. Go up on the rooftop, start taking out all the clay and mud. You know, they didn't have a shingles, right? Thank goodness they didn't have those metal roof in touch. Right, Mr. Brother Kenny? It'll be bad. Screw gun, whatever. Taking off the clay. After the break through the roof, they put down this paralytic man right in front of Jesus Christ. In front of Jesus Christ. I want to see this picture a little closer. If they start blocking down the roof, like I said, more likely they have a clay. The clay will start coming down. And people will start saying, what's going on? Look out. Okay, finally take big enough hole and put the man down to the Jesus Christ. I don't know, 30 minutes, 1 hour, over an hour. Took a long, long time to happen this. Jesus will keep on preaching. I'm curious. Yeah. One revival, when the preacher starts preaching, start dripping the water. Because, you know, summertime, revival is usually summertime. And we didn't know the air conditioning unit was stopped up. That door got in. And the hard work on that hot night, we had 100 people in the church house and put the air conditioner max. And the water started dripping. I went up, and the unit, I just barely could go to the unit. You know, the laughter and everything is hard. It was full of water. Before going down, start dripping, there was an insulation and everything, just puddle of water. So we just put the little hand back there and 30 minutes. Making sure that, well, it just keep on dripping. But we had a service. they did so. But the important thing is when Jesus saw this man come down, obviously he needs help. Obviously he wants to walk. Obviously he wants to have a new life. But the Bible said, when Jesus saw their faith, and he said, son, your sins are forgiven. And the man is laying down. Important thing is, when the God sees us, they see it through inside. God is not the exercise master. God is not looking at the outside. God is not looking at how many steps did you take. Or you take a new step or not. Before that, even that, God wants to see the inside clean. That's our God. That's the reason Jesus said, your sins are clear. It's forgiven. And all the scribes said, what's going on? You cannot forgive sin. You have to go to the temple. You have to offer the offering. And the high priest will take it to the offering, sprinkle the blood, and God will forgive. Thank goodness I have Jesus. When Jesus crucified, when the crucifixion, when he gave up his spirit, the temple, the high priest, holy of the holy, they covered with heavy veil. God's presence was inside the holy of the holy, and the veil was torn. So no more between us and God. God came down to the earth. That's where I like. Buddhist, Muhammad, we worship to the floor, to the ground, because God is high. My Jesus came to my heart. My Jesus came down to the earth. Shed the tears, shed the sweat, worked hard like a carpenter. That's my Jesus. And that is Jesus. His question was, which is easier to say? Forgiving sin or take up your bed? Our life is so much the value in what I see, what you see. I'm a guilty one. I'm blessed because this number going up and up and up. I'm glad that MTC started filling up this church. I'm excited because the young people coming up here and make a joyful noise. But the way before that, I need to realize these things happen before things. Many people were praying. I remember last time Midge and Brother Everett was here, and Miss Midge told her something. And she left a note to the kids. And to me, that was the beginning of the movement. I saw the movement in this church way before these people like you will come. Way before that, people were kneeling down, people were mentioning this church, people were saying, we need Jesus. Those kids need Jesus. That comes to the right here. Jesus said, those 4 men carry him and put him down to my place. See, yes, we can hear the message on the TV, online. I took online class. I got credit. If I can do that, why did Jesus don't do the online service? No, you can buy all the Christmas presents online. Why don't we do that? Jesus still requires some movement unto him. Bible said here, people were gathered all over the place. Not even near the door, people filled. Sure, they can hear the message. Sure, the folk carried into this paralytic just sit on the sidewalk and listen to Jesus Christ. But they're not satisfied. See, put into Jesus Christ some action to this paralytic man. That's me. 1980. I don't know how to walk. I don't know how to get up. I've never been to church till I was 24 years old. And Trish's mom started taking me to the revival meeting. Back of Pickup. Have you ever ride back of Pickup? Yeah. Southern. I went to church. Like I said, the message did not come from the church, from the preachers, the word by word. But at the same time, I'm trying to understand all the message in here. But I felt something down here. I felt something because the people gathered, sweat dropping all over the place, and they must work 100-degree weather during the daytime and come to church 7 o'clock. 9 o'clock, service over, and they start singing again. They start shouting again. Their altar is filled after 9:30. And I was paralyzed on the bed while the people were praying. Why I cannot come to Jesus? I told you many times. 1 week revival extended 2 weeks. And the 23 individuals got saved, went to get baptized. So the Sunday morning after the service, Sunday afternoon, went to the South Silver Creek, down the gate. On the creek, there's a creek gravel, clear water. Wonderful place. And I remember people would start singing. And the 3 preachers take a time for those 23 individuals to get baptized. And people start shouting. People start running the creek bed up and down. And the people were rejoicing. And I was still in Thailand. I still don't know what's going on. That Sunday night came. Preacher was so excited. Brother Gary Donfridge. He was my pastor for 20-something years. He baptized all my old kids baptized by him. He was so excited. He was just jumping all over the place and saying, "This is the best day of my life. I am so happy. I am so happy." And I was sitting right up Christine, Brother Fred. I stayed with Brother Gary, so right beside Amen corner. And my wall got dark. Those people rejoicing, and I am paralytic. I cannot take a stand. So from there, I started crying in the seat. And the one deacon, Curtis Woody, was right behind me. And he came to me and asked, "Why don't you go to the altar and pray? You need Jesus." Oh, courage. I don't know how to pray. I'm no Christian. I never been to church. I just started. I don't know how to say a word. That is right here. Paralytic man cannot do anything to himself except this poor man carried from the rooftop down to in front of Jesus Christ. Same thing happened to me. He carried me to the altar and said, "Ask Jesus." And I don't know what I prayed. I don't know I prayed in English, or in Japanese, or some new language, or what. I told God, I cannot go any farther. I need whatever they have. I need what they are rejoicing about. And that night, Jesus came into my heart. See, listening to the word is one thing, but your action have to go all the way to the altar. The action itself is get to the closer to Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ will open up your heart, give you the new life with glory of God. And that's what happened in my life. Oh my goodness, I got up, and right behind me there was cars. I didn't know this was coming, but he shouted from the arm up, right behind. I saw something was coming. I was always remember that. Paralytic man, I love. Your sins are forgiven. That is my insight. And then finally Jesus said, verse 11, take up your bed and go to your house. That is outward. After the salvation, you study the Bible. You keep on coming to Sunday school. You keep on doing the stuff. 1980, I got saved. 1983, I got married. 1988, I was surrendered to preach. As the English I speak, I made an excuse for a long, long time. But each step you take, see, that's take up your bed and go. That's what Jesus said. But before everything happened in my life, first thing happened, I was inside. God forgave my sin. Gave me the new life. And I want you to experience the same. Put God in your heart. Then the Holy Spirit will lead you. He will guide you. Believe me, my life, it's not trouble-free. Every day, good day. Many things happen in my life. I lost my dear wife. I asked a question. Many questions I could not understand. But at the same time, my new life never stopped. My God never forsake. My God gave me the new place, new page. Let's settle inside so you can make a step. Just like a paralytic man, I was bedridden and not take a step until Jesus said, get up. Let's go. Let's all stand.